Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, as always, Mary Ellen. This episode is a craft with me where we lurch along happily on our way on the coffee journal. I have a cup of tea. It is gross chucking it down rain outside, so this is, conditions are quite good for having a bit of a faff around this morning. So when we last left our heroine, what was she doing? Did I get anything? Oh yes, I do. Okay, so I've got stuff. We have stuff to do. So these are little bits of ephemera that we can use. I'm going to use this as a pocket. I'm not going to worry about that, but I'm going to use that as a tab and then that way. So we've got a pocket. Two more kind of little pockets, and I need to do some probably decorating on this one, but also thumb holing there and thumb holing there, so that's good. Aside for the moment. So we've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. I'm considering using this as a side tuck. Considering using this as a side tuck. Possibly 2. Not a huge surprise, another side tuck. So we've got some options. Field book. So I wanted to do a field book, but just use this panel, sort of fold it out like that, so we have that as a possibility to work on. I am now warm enough so I can take my comfort cozy, it's not really a sweater, but it's something that I use for creating a very strong sense of comfort. But now I'm hot and drinking tea. This is the little square that we were talking about before. So this is the result. It is zigzagged around and has got pockets. So you can do that, do that, do that, and do that. And we have to do some fixing, because that's plain, it's writable. No, that was writable. This one is not. So I don't know if I need to cover them or I need to use different paper or what I'm going to do. So that's another thing that we can work on. Belly band, yay us. Possibly needs some more decoration, but when we get there, we'll get there. Needs some decoration. Okay, so we did some sewing. We've got this all sewn. Has this been glued? Has not been glued, so we need to glue the top, and I probably need to trim a little bit more because I went a little bit off on the one side, and so that needs to happen. But I am really enjoying this piece. There we are. That goes in there. That goes in there. Another thing that we need to work on, so we need to back it, I think. And what else do we need to do? And I'm thinking of covering it. I think I showed you last time. Oh, maybe the gold. Would the gold work? Gold might be fun. I don't know. But we need to cover it, back it with some card or something. I'm sure I have some kicking around, as I do, yes. And what was the other thing that I wanted to do? Oh, yeah. So I had this idea. I want to just harvest some of this white paper. What I need is the white paper. Do it this way. There we are. So what I want to do is I want to be able to create a sugar packet. I know, it's going to be great. Or at least it is in my head, so that's the last thing that we can work on. So what do we want to do? We need to put these aside, I think, for now. I'm not going to do any more decorating or thinking of those. So let's do some of the easy stuff and sort of ease into this. And what do I want to do? I want to just plunk that down like that and then trim off the edges. So we can do that. And as much as I really enjoy having these bits of string hanging out, I think for this one, I should just trim it neatly. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to just plunk that there-ish. Okay. So it's early on a Saturday morning, but I have had breakfast and I am on my second cup of tea. I couldn't sleep last night, and that is never pleasant. So I stood it as long as I could, and then I snapped, and then I got up, and we've been faffing around ever since. I feel like I should just leave that be for a while before we do any trimmy cutty kind of stuff. So that's one done. Let's work on this one then. So I think I should trim it again. Oops. Maybe I should glue it first. Yeah, I should probably glue it first. So what I'm thinking of is gluing this tab. Here. Okay, there we are. So we don't have some movement. And then I'm going to do another. The other thought I had about this, it's over here. The other thought I had about this paper is that I wish it was just a hair sturdier. Nuts. I knew I shouldn't have done that. There we are. And then the same on this side. And I have got to curl that edge. The corners. Now then, please fit, please fit, please fit. Yeah. What's your problem? Oh, it's still a hair. Dag nabbit. Well, come on, now fit. There we are. Please fit. Is that to the bottom? It is to the bottom. It's too tall. Sorry. All right. So I need to trim off, say 3/4 of an inch. I think I might end up messing this up again. I'm not sure. We'll see. There. Okay. Stop. Good enough. So, next thing that I want to do is a little bit of just a hair. I don't want to use the dark ink. I just want to use this as just the lightest, vaguest edge. Yep, that's there. You can barely tell it. It's there. Okay, let's see if that works. Yes, you can barely tell that it's there. Okay, put that cap back on. And I'm just gonna come on. There we are. Uh-oh. Oh, you can barely tell. So we've got that. That that will go on the page like that. And we have a swizzle stick. Can go in like that. Good job. So there's another one down. Now then, put these aside. This, what did I want to do with this? I was thinking, what was I thinking? I was thinking I have some napkin scrap somewhere. Maybe. Here we do. Here we do. Well, that doesn't make it any better at all. What do I want to do? I want to disguise the fact. I want to tone down the white. So let's try that. That's easy peasy. Let's get this out. So out there. Oops, wee. Here, that's better. Well, that looks better. This needs some work. It's a crummy day out, and so I thought this might be a fun day to go to one of the thrift stores just to have something to do. There. Well, that's an improvement anyways. You could always do that kind of thing. I'm gonna just, I don't know, cut it in four, cut it in half, cut it in half anyways. Well, that's fun. All right, well, let's try that. Glue stick. Getting smart in my old age and realizing that doilies really can't tolerate being what do I want to say? Having the glue applied directly to that paper. It will absolutely shred. There we are, there's one. Yeah, I gotta do it this way. Oh well, that's all right. We'll call it character. And then here. Probably don't need the whole thing either. That's okay. There. And then French roasted. 1 cent extra. Can you imagine? You can't really tell, I am sure, but there is a tiny little bit of red on one of the borders. And now that I've gotten rid of the red, I'm going to put brown on it. Oops. There we are. Ooh, wow, that glue picked up all of that. Sort of want it off center. Do I? No, I don't. I want it centered. Here we are. And what do we do for the bottom part? Do that. Wow, that is not a circle. That's a better circle. Where need some green. Let's see what this does. This is a green dot. It says explicitly green. Would love it if I could do that and have some. Well, okay. So I have, what do I have? I have somewhere, I have a green paint card swatch thing. Looks like that. And I'll be right back. Of course I will. I'm back. So we are going to punch a hole. There we are. See how that works out. So that covers almost all of that. And we can do that. So this is going to be that way and that way. So I want to see how this would work. Yep, that would be fine. I think, as long as I'm gentle. This is hard to see. I just want it like barely there, which I think I am achieving because I can barely see it. But just enough so that you can see the contrast between the dark green and the dark brown that it's going to be on top of. This might go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. This is my first pot of this, and it's really the first time that I've ever used it. Not that you wouldn't be able to make that assumption by watching how weirdly this goes on. Oh, look at that, just enough. And I have an index finger that is gold. There's tissue. Here, that's good enough. Okay, so what did I want to do? I wanted to do that. Just kind of plonk that in there. Okay, so this is straight. That's going to go that way. There. Oops, careful. And I need to just trim that little bit off because it's making me kind of nuts. And I want to trim that one off because it's also making me kind of nuts. The one at the top is fine. And I do hope, now that I've done all that work, that I have one of these cards that I've made will in fact fit. Oh, that is not sticking at all. All right, well. It's the ink. Here. Okay, good enough. Good job. We are just rolling along here. Okay, well, what do we want to do with this one? So, I have, could do greens. Okay, what are the good ones? So that's not a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's not a good one. And by good, I mean that there's This you could just take out and write immediately on the back. I could probably get one of the green ones. And I think I made these 1.5 inches. Yes, I did. Oops. Well, we're gonna just cut it all the way down. We're just gonna be brave. So that's 1, 2, 3. And do I have another paint swatch? Well, do I have another paint swatch? I have a blue, a yellow, that color. Blue might be fun. And why do I say that? I say that because the shaker card I think that I did was blue. And there isn't a lot of it there. So a bit here and there might be useful just to be a color reminder or create some kind of continuity as opposed to everything is this tight and then suddenly there's this one blob of blue. That's my theory anyways. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of these. Ha ha ha. Okay, one of the things I need to do is some trims. Okay, so I think that's the way I want to do that. So all of these are going to be bottom cutoffs of some length or another. Quarter of an inch or 1/2 inch. Do 3/4, 3/8. Let's do that. There we are. So those are the bottoms. Those are fun little bits, but I don't need to keep all the little bits. Ah, perfect. Now then, I need, where I had a little corner thingy, a credit card that had the corners chopped. That is not it. That is not it. Oh dear. I put it away. Well, we're just going to wing it. Yes, we are. There's one. There's two. Are they the same? Not really. What do we need to do? That's better. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Now, we can be totally, absolutely extra. And I don't see why we shouldn't be. And put in little holes at the top, and then maybe some kind of a stringy thing. Whoops. There's one. Two. Three. Four. Crash that in there. Get rid of these dots. Now we need some kind of cording. We can make them all different. That's too wide. Well, let's do, let us, this is not bad. I'm gonna sneeze, pardon me. Pardon me. Whew. This is bits of jute or burlap. Which that feels right for coffee. There we are. And this is what I'm pulling apart. This is ribbon, or was ribbon. And that was salvaged. It was stuck in a windrow, and you can sort of tell how a bit weird it is, but I've washed it. Cleans up perfectly well and is not, or is perfect for this use. This time I only got one through because there's a big bit there. Oops, wrong way. I feel like these tags need a little bit of stamping or something. There we are. There's your problem. And those are too small. This is way too big. But we'll use it. Let's pull it all out, see if there's any different colors that we can use. Wow, this is a long one. This goes on for days. Another bit that not useful. And another one. Yeah, blue. Blue's good. are we going here? There. Oh, that blue looks great. That looks better. There we are. So that is going to be a pocket. And we might stamp it on still because it looks a little plain yet. And are we now at the, got rid of all of our must-dos? Oh, no, here's one. So I wanted to make a notebook. And we can do that, I think. There we go. And two. Just going to be on this side a bit. And I need something to score, and I'm just going to use the back end of this pair of scissors. There we are. Did that work? Please make that work. That did not work. Why not? Because it's 5 inches, not 4 inches. Well, what do we do? Do it again? Oh, I'm annoyed. But it also nearly cut. Well, luckily we have others. We could do this color. That is not a coffee color. Got another one of those. We could do it in green. Okay, there we are. And then I'm not going to worry about scoring it, I don't think. Oh yeah, it does chip. 100% wants to peel. Well, that's a bummer. I'm just pausing to look around to see if there's anything else that I could use instead. Well, surely there's something in here. So off to the side here, I have a big bin of sort of color coordinated paper. Oh, how about one of these? This is nearly done. %100% good enough. There. Now, how high is that? That is 4 inches high. And we said 5 across. And 5 across is going to give us that little doink. But I think I'm okay with that. We'll call it character. Yes, yes we will. That's what we will call it. There we are. And I'm going to do corners, maybe? I don't know. I need, what do I need? I need some paper. Bits o' paper to put in. And I am going to tear instead of cut. Why? Why am I going to tear instead of cut? I'm going to tear instead of cut because it gives a nice scrappy feel to it. Okay, so I get to that edge. I have never seen the edge, I don't think, of something that has been torn using one of the popular tear rulers that everybody, not everybody, that I have seen being used. That's the way I'm going to say that. And I often wonder if it would be worth it. That is to buy one. Okay, that was a lot of work for one piece of paper. Oh my goodness. Well, one. Oh dear, I'm going to have to stand up. Because there is paper in here, I am certain of it. So there's one. There's a couple. There's another. Anyone know where I just put it? Put it down here. It's amazing I get through days where I just don't cease to function entirely with the amount of losing of things that I do. There's one. Yeah, good enough. There's two. It's 2 pages. I like this green very much. I think it is watercolor. And once it gets warm, I will go outside and do some more dyeing, watercoloring and all that kind of stuff, because it's wonderful to have the sun. See, I don't know if you can see that, but there is definitely differences in the color. The heat of the sun makes for such a beautiful place to dry papers. Here we are. We'll do one fun one in the middle. Yes, we will do one fun one in the middle. Here, do the job. That's the way that's going to go. So I will need to sew that. So that's one of my tasks to do. Put that over here. Do that later. And let us pause momentarily to have a quick sip. I have another big batch of Earl Grey and Orange Pekoe. I love mixing 2 tea bags together to get a combination of flavors. So, kind of a non-rhetorical question. Did anybody see where I put the pieces of paper? They are not those pieces of paper. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, so the internet tells me, and the internet would never lie, that a sugar packet is 1 3/4 inches by 2 1/2. And we will see if this is true. Oh my goodness, did I just barely hit that as a right place to fold. So, do you buy that that's the size of a sugar packet? I feel like 2 1/4 might be better. That, to me, makes more sense. Okay. Well, this was, it worked in my head. Honestly, it worked in my head. Oh my goodness. A complete dead stop. Like, there's not even sounds going off in my mind. Just absolute sounds of crickets. Might be fun as a little tag or something. Well, what it needs is some decoration. But you know what? I am going to leave it here because I stood up and I looked at the time and it is 55 minutes. So let's, I'll take this offline and do a little bit of workshopping on what I can do. But I have not abandoned the idea because I think sugar packets would be really something fun for a coffee journal. Anyways, that's all for now. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment below if you have any passionate thoughts one way or the other. Do what you can to enjoy Saturday. Hope your weather is a little bit better, a little less soggy than what it is here. And we'll see you real soon. Bye now.